All right, let's get straight into it. You're being lied to. They told you copywriting is just writing Instagram captions, blog posts, or one of those scammy late night infomercials. They said you needed a degree or a giant stack of testimonials to even get started. Worst of all, they told you it'll take 6 to 12 months just to land your first client. Well, I call bullshit, and I can say that with certainty because I've had dozens of students make their first $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 online in their first couple months. Emma, a mother of 3, wrote a single email for a health coach and made her first $500. She went on to hit $1,500 in her first week as a copywriter. James was just 18, flipping burgers at McDonald's when he discovered Gmail copywriting. He made his first $250 without a website, portfolio, or any of the professional nonsense. And 3 months later, he was earning more than both of his parents combined, over $20K a month. Look, copywriting in 2025 isn't your granddad's ad game, okay? This ain't the Mad Men era. You're not writing jingles or cheesy slogans. You're writing words that sell on landing pages, in emails, through DMs, words that make people say, shut up and take my money. And here's the part the gurus are too busy flexing rented Lambos to admit. Most businesses suck at this. They've got offers that could kill, but their writing is so limp it could not sell a bottle of water in a desert. Most businesses are begging for someone to save them from their own garbage text. That's you, maestro. You don't need a perfect portfolio handed to you on day one. You can build one quickly. I got a whole video on that. You can watch it right here. Okay, after this, don't get distracted. And you can start charging $100 to $1,000 per project, even as a beginner. You don't need to risk a ton of capital upfront like real estate and ecom. You don't need 10,000 followers. You don't need to send 10,000 cold emails or do stupid TikTok dances to get attention. You need one skill. The ability to write like a human and sell like a pro. That's 2 skills. You get the idea. And in case we've never met, my name is Sean Ferres and I've helped 71 ordinary people go from 0 to 6 figures by mastering this one skill that they definitely didn't teach you in school. They wouldn't want you being an independent free thinker with a high income skill. Oh no, sir. Sit in row 3B, learn about the anatomy of a cell so we can program you for the next 16 years. Good little slave. And listen, if this all sounds like some woke new age hippie nonsense, I get it. When I first started copywriting, I was stacking shelves at a warehouse. I just dropped out of my engineering and business degree and had absolutely nothing to show for my $78,000 student debt besides a laptop and a Wi-Fi signal that barely worked. I didn't have a portfolio, I didn't have connections, I didn't even know what the hell copywriting was. I didn't even know what high income skill meant. And I was pretty convinced that most of these make money online schemes were definitely scams after trying and failing at 5 of them. But I knew one thing to be true. Every business wants to make more money. Even the richest guy on the planet who could buy every Bugatti Chiron ever made, 100 in each color, and still have enough left over for a moon base. Even that guy still wants more money. And if you can make a business more money, then they will pay you for it. That is how the job economy works after all. It's why the CMO earns $500,000 a year and the janitor earns $40K. Sure, we appreciate you making sure our bottoms have somewhere clean to sit, but you're not exactly adding a lot to our bottom line. This is the ultimate no bullshit guide to copywriting and exactly how to land your first high paying client right now in 2025. Now, Google's textbook definition of copywriting is something along the lines of copywriting involves creating compelling text that effectively markets a product, service, or concept to a target audience. Sorry, I fell asleep there. Google turned it into a snooze fest so dull, it'll put a caffeine addict to sleep. So let me break it down properly. Pay attention. Copywriting is where you write words that push the reader or viewer to take action. Now that action could be to buy something, sign up, click a link, donate to a cause, or even just reply to a message. Just like how the title of this video made you click. That's copywriting right there for you. I didn't beg you or force you to watch this video, but I still convinced you that whatever I'm sharing here is worth your time. And this exact skill is the same skill that convinces you to buy a $2,000 overpriced Gucci hoodie, click an ad, or donate to save the starving kids in Africa. Copywriting is everywhere. Once you know how to spot it, ads, emails, landing pages, sales pages, product descriptions, and more, you will never unsee it. It is like the Matrix. Just with like less guns and time travel and shit. And here's what makes it powerful. Great copy doesn't just force people to buy, it makes them feel like it was their idea. That's the key. I'll write that down. It taps into what people already want and just shows them a faster, easier, better way to get it. That's why copywriting is really just applied psychology on a page. When you know how to structure your message the right way, how to speak your reader's language, and how to lead them from, I'm not sure, to I need this right now. That is when you become fucking dangerous and highly paid. Not because you're manipulative, but because you understand people and what makes them tick. And here's the part that no one tells you. This skill has been making money long before TikTok, ChatGPT, or even the internet. Remember back when we sent snail mail? If you're old enough to remember that, hit the like button if you're a 90s kid or older. Well, those old school direct response marketing letters had strangers mailing in checks left and right. And ever since the invention of the internet, it has never been easier to reach anyone on the planet with your message. The barrier to entry has been smashed to the floor, which is great because it means that anyone, regardless of their circumstance, location, situation, or upbringing, can get a slice of the pie. But it does also mean that everyone and their mum and their mum's dog is trying to sell shit online. So it has become extremely competitive, which is why good copywriters who can cut through the noise are paid very well. Think about it. There are over 330 million businesses spending over $400 billion a year on digital advertising. And every single one of those businesses needs a copywriter to write the ads, emails, and sales pages that sell their stuff. And CEOs aren't writing this stuff themselves. They're too busy in meetings, sipping lattes, playing golf, whatever the fuck these people do. That is where you step in. So then the only question left is, how do you, sitting there in your underwear watching this from the other side of the world, what's up Northern Hemisphere, get a piece of this action? Well, here's the exact playbook I used to land my first copywriting client with zero experience. Step 1, pick a niche. Don't try to be everything to everyone. If you're writing for a SaaS startup on Monday and pet supplements on Tuesday, no one is going to take you seriously. And you are going to end up spread thinner than Lily Phillips after 100th dick in 24 hours. You're welcome for that mental image. Pick one niche and for the love of God, make it a topic you're at least somewhat interested in or have some knowledge about. Preferably one that has a lot of successful businesses in it. You can watch my full guide right here for the 25 highest paying niches in 2025 and how to choose the best one for you. Again, later, not right now. Let's not get distracted. But when in doubt, go for something within the big 4 markets: health, wealth, relationships, and personal brands. Understand that people want specialized solutions to their specific problems, not a jack of all trades. As a copywriter, you will have a far easier time selling yourself and charging more for your services if you have a clearly defined and specialized offer like ads, emails, VSLs, or webinars. If you want to be a jack of all trades, you're going to get paid like a jack. There's a reason brain surgeons earn more than general practitioners. Moving on to step 2, identify a problem in that niche. Copywriters get hired to solve expensive problems, not just write pretty words. So once you pick your niche, spend time looking at how businesses communicate. Are their headlines confusing? Is their call to action too fancy? Does their email sound like it was written by ChatGPT on a sugar low? Your goal here is to become a problem spotting machine. The more clearly you can articulate the gap in their messaging, the more valuable you become. And this is where we'll leverage this problem to nurture our prospect. Step 3 is to build your dream 100 list of 100 businesses in your chosen niche that you'd love to work with. Go to Instagram, search hashtags, find a perfect target avatar, hit the follow button, hit that drop down arrow, and it'll literally show you 20 more people just like them. It is really not hard to find 100 quality prospects. It'll take you like an hour, maybe 2 hours if you're slow. And then step 4 is to film a Loom video. And if the idea of being on camera, reading a Google Doc for 3 minutes scares you more than skydiving, well, I'm sorry, but you might just have to leave your comfort zone a little bit to make hundreds of thousands of dollars online. I'm sorry to break it to you, but I promise you, it is not that hard. Anna here closed a client for $4,000 plus a 9% commission with this exact outreach method. And there's Juliana who made a whopping $4,800 with one client. She didn't swallow a magic pill that instantly made her a client attraction magnet. All she did was focus on giving value to clients before asking for anything in return. And that brings us back to the most effective way to close clients. You're not shooting a Loom video just for the sake of it. The goal is to shoot a video that leaves the prospects wanting more. And there is a very simple formula to do that. Here's the breakdown. Open up your prospect's website, email, ad, wherever you identify the core problem, point out the exact section you would improve. For example, this heading doesn't speak to the customer's pain. Here's what I would write instead. Add 1 to 2 lines of your own copy to show them that you know what you're doing and keep them hooked. Focus on offering value and genuinely helping them as if they were already a paying client. Then end with a clear call to action to book a quick game plan call where you'll create a custom growth roadmap for the business in whatever domain you specialize in, ads, emails, whatever. And voila, your Loom is ready. If you really hate the idea of sending looms, yes, you can send over a short Google Doc instead. But I promise, this one video makes you stand out from the 99% of people cold pitching them. Hey, need a copywriter? Hey, are you doing much with email, bro? Hey, can I write you some emails? Hey, can I rewrite your landing page? It's low effort for you and high impact for them. That's the leverage. And the fifth and final step is to get the prospect on a call and close them. Now, I already have a heap of in-depth trainings on my channel about this, but here's a great rule of thumb. You want to be the one in the driver's seat asking the questions. This is not an interview. In fact, it should feel more like the other way around. Find out more about their business. Ask questions that make the prospect open up more about their pain points. Like, how long has this been going on? Or how much do you think this is costing you? Ask the right questions, find the real pain, like $50,000 in lost sales or a dead email list. And if you do it properly, then they will want to hire you to fix it. That is when you slap down your offer, collect the cash, close the client, go make them a ton of money, and get rich in the process. Now, obviously, this was a high level overview. I don't have time to get into every single detail in this short video, which is why I spent 2 months putting together a completely free 9-part course that shows you exactly how to go from zero to earning $10,000 a month as a freelance copywriter, step by step in excruciating detail. Right here on YouTube. You don't even have to leave or opt into anything. It's literally spoon-fed to you right here. Click here to watch the playlist right now, unless you'd rather stay broke and scrolling. And I'm gonna go pack for Africa because I'm leaving for the airport in an hour to fly back to my home country, Zimbabwe, for the first time since I left. I'll try to not get killed in a riot. You go watch my free course, and I'll see you back here next week.
4, 3, 2, 1.